Well, hey everybody. Little bit early by mistake. So not sure if you guys are going to be on here for a little bit or not. Um,
Talk for a minute.
yeah. So we're just kind of in the midst of, you can see, packing boxes and getting things ready to ship. This big piece is next up. I had a number of pieces sell out of the front of the shop. So that means that there is room and I can officially um, paint some new furniture. Um, are you looking at YouTube?
Yes,
Yeah, does it look bright?
yeah. It hasn't started. It's just starting now.
Yeah, I've got some people saying hey. Just it's really dark on my screen, and I just didn't know if it's okay on yours. Okay, so it looks fine on you. Okay, just checking, just checking. Yeah, so it's really dark on my screen, so if anybody comments, I won't be able to see it. Okay. Okay.
Angela in the Doses County.
Hey, Angela.
Hope you're well.
Yeah, it's all good. It's been pouring rain, so if you hear water running and stuff, it's just I have the main rooftop water pipe that runs through my shop. So it sounds like a big waterfall when we've got a big rainstorm, everything racing through there.
Barbara Bryant says hi from Kentucky.
From Kentucky. Hey, Barbara, thanks for tuning in. So the first big piece of news, I spent my day off on Sunday. I get 1 day off a week, fixing up the website. So a lot of the items that I show you guys that are new to the shop always ended up going into the antique vintage found category on the website, which meant it had over 1,300 SKUs in there, 1,300 items. I would never have even thought that I ever would have gotten anywhere close to 400 items, but it meant that for you guys shopping, it was crazy, right? You had like 40 pages to scroll through.
Patty Mo says hi from New Jersey. And Angela Nadeau says it's supposed to pour here in Louisiana this evening tomorrow, and I can hardly wait.
Okay. Well, Louisiana, do you guys get lots of rain? We've had tons. We've had tons of rain. Although it's still ultimately deciding periodically to snow again. So I don't trust it that it's just going to stay rain. But if you're looking forward to the rain, then good for you. And thanks for tuning in. So what I did on the website was we went into the antique vintage found category in particular and broke it down into, I don't know, maybe a dozen subcategories. So, if you're looking for mugs, look in mugs. If you're looking for paintings and prints, they're going to be in paintings and prints, all under that one category. But because I know a lot of you guys tune in tonight, whether on YouTube or Facebook, I think I got that right. And you're looking for the items specifically that I'm just showing right now on the main menu, the top bar on the screen, there is the what's new this week or something like that. I think it's the first tab. So what I'm going to be doing every week is I'll put all the new finds in there. And then at the start of the new week, when I go to load in the next week's new finds, I will take them out of there and they will be in whatever category they are. So all these items are loaded according to what they are. So you could certainly, if I'm showing a mug tonight, you can go into the what's new this week tab, but you could also just go into mugs and you could look at it there. So they're in both places just to help you out. But I think it's going to make your search a little bit easier when you're just looking and saying, I'm looking for a teapot. And what teapots does she have? Much easier to go into kitchenware and be able to see it rather than scrolling through 1,300 items.
You call your stuff the new pages new this week.
So the tab is new this week. And so they'll usually be, 20 to 40 new items a week that you can check in there, and then we'll refresh it every week with whatever's going on. Just kind of made sense to help you guys be able to track it. The website, of course, queenbeecreationshome.com. And I think that's everything. Oh,
Angela says, I absolutely love watching you review big furniture pieces.
well, there you go, Angela. I have this piece that I will be doing on video. Not sure what I'm going to do with it yet. I just pulled it out of the stash because, quite honestly, the store is so crowded that I measured the width of the two big pieces that sold out of there. And I just went through the stash looking for what pieces would fit in that spot. Not a very scientific way to determine that those are the pieces I'm going to paint. The other thing that I'm going to do is I have some commission pieces that are being dropped off, some side tables that are going to be painted white. And they're going to be dropped off this weekend. And what I thought that I would do is I'm going to do a painting 101. So I'm going to do start to finish. Obviously, being painted white, it's not like we're talking about a really wild and crazy design. So instead, I'm going to do the painting basics. So painting 101. So I know there's a number of you that have never painted your furniture before, and you are looking to refresh maybe your bedroom furniture, in which case that video will be for you. This one, we're going to do a little bit more than just white on that. Don't know yet. Just pulled it out and I'm staring at it. You can see the sticky note, which is just saying, oh, this is replacing the blue piece because it'll fit. It'll just slide in between other furniture. So I don't have to move everything to accommodate. I think it's probably the lazy way to go. I'm thinking it's just strategic. I'm giving myself some grace, and rather than having to move a bunch of furniture, I just have to move out the two pieces that sold and slide another one in. I just moved 3 pieces to accommodate a buffet that sold. So it's not like I don't like them to sell, but the other 2 pieces that sold were in the back, and that's not a big hardship for me at all. So let's get to the new stuff today. Monday's video was all about the Jamie Ray vintage
Angela says,
rice
trust
papers.
the process, eh?
Yeah, trust the process. That's right. Whatever's driving it. So Monday's video was all about the new rice papers. And for those of you that were waiting for the one that I got shorted, which is Marie Antoinette, it is now in stock and up on the website. So it did arrive. Thank you, JRV. They were very quick to rectify. But there was a number of little projects that we did out of that. And I have to say, it decoupaged awesome. Like totally smooth, no wrinkles, no nothing. So I'm looking forward to doing more projects with that. So one of the first ones was this cute little domed dish. So we use the monochromatic, so it's got some flowers and some butterflies. And this is in the shop now for $10.
Tony Daly says, hi, Tony, great to see you.
Hey, Tony, nice to see you here too tonight, honey. Hopefully, well, you're at home, staying dry. That's good. I'm looking forward to being back at home. You know what? This is like a second home. I spend more time here, actually. even when I tell people I'm not going to be here, I'm here. It's like always.
I don't work Sundays, but I'm here.
Yeah, I don't work Sundays when I'm here on Sunday. Yeah, kind of like that. I had somebody reach out that, are you open Easter Monday? And I go, well, probably not, but yes, I'll be here. You can drop by. It'll be okay. It's just the way it goes. So even, I have stuff that I have to get done. So Good Friday, I'm here. I just figure I'm keeping regular hours. I'm not closing. I've got videos I have to shoot. I have to be here. So, like people can come here. If they're not cooking yet, you can come. The other project that we did was using the Scientific Butterflies rice paper, which is, we've got the Scientific Butterflies in the big decoupage paper from JRV. And then they've shrunken it down to size for the smaller dimensions of the rice paper, which is about 8.5 by, well, eight and a quarter by 11.5 inches, I think. And these are just cute little terracotta pots. They've got the hole to be able to hang them, and little tag if you wanted to write on what was in it, or just do it as it is. The other one is the one that had the price tag on it. Oh no, the price tag's on the bottom. Sorry, and I need glasses on now. $8.50 for those. So there are two of them. They're priced individually. And then the last project that we did was I wanted to show ways of being able to use the paper where it's smaller than the surface that you're doing it on. And I love the way that rice paper, we wet this to be able to tease the fibers apart, and you get all of the rough little fibers. So I deliberately edged it in the dark wax to be able to highlight that. That was just me being me. You don't have to do that. But this is the birds one, which is just a super cute little little basket with lid. I always think of this as like a sewing basket. I don't know why. I don't sew. If you've seen the videos where I am forcing myself to sew, you know, I don't sew. I get by, but it's not pretty always, right? So this guy is $15. And that's it. Now, I will say, just between us, Friday's video is another thrift flip. And I love some of the stuff on Friday's video. You gotta check it out. It's themed. It's about birds. So that's it. That's all I'm telling you about it. You gotta watch it to find out for yourself, because it's just fun.
Angela says bargains.
You know, yeah, I would rather sell stuff. I would rather have it be a good price. I know shipping is always an issue, right? I don't control the shipping prices, so you get shipping at exactly the cost that it is to me. And so, you know what? I'd rather that you get nice, cool stuff for your homes, and allows me to go and find more cool stuff. Okay, this guy, which is heavy. this is heavy. So this is like a big, oh, I missed taking some glue off the back of this. Okay. Big Celadon sort of colored vase, and it's got the glaze and kind of an antiqued crackle. And then this is all the rough unglazed pottery scroll work here. So just lovely. It's definitely a big size, $17 for this. I'm trying to remember how tall, 14 inches, 15 inches, maybe, yeah, around that. So it's just super pretty. Now, these guys, I'm just reaching for this because it's nice and big. I have two of these. So it's the galvanized metal, and it's got the wire caging, and then the wooden sides. Got the door that opens. It's got the metal base for the candle. Now, these are old. I mean, I've dusted them. They've gotten a lot of the dust taken out of them, but they're worn. They're aged. I think I called them aged. So I've got two. They're $10 each. I love them like this. So think of them that they're antiqued, but don't expect them to be brand new. Don't expect pristine. I don't buy wholesale items, so I am not bringing in stuff into the shop that you could get from other shops. So everything here is antique, it's vintage, it's thrifted, it's you know, I get a lot of people that contact me as they're downsizing their parents' homes. So everything I do is based on reloving items, right? So rehoming, reloving items. You know, it's the same with the furniture that I paint. It's all about saving things from landfill, being able to reuse items, and that's my joy.
That vase is 14 inches.
For the big vase, 14 inches. Okay, so I was right, 14, 15 inches. Yeah, Good. Now this guy, this is a Noritake stoneware teapot that is in pristine condition. So we went from something that definitely looked like it was vintage. It showed its age a little bit, although I love those pieces and have no problem tossing outside. This looks pristine. It looks virtually new. It's $18 for the Noritake stoneware. And I love stoneware. This is a really nice blue, and it's got, you can see the dark brown rim around it. It's got those tiny, tiny little speckles all throughout the finish. And I think the picture I took shows that to good effect. I think that you can see that. But this is, it's called Sanibel Green. All right, it's a little more on the blue side than green to my eye, but it's definitely got a green cast to it. So I'm with them. I'll give them the green on that. That'll be okay. These guys. So this is just a cool kind of eclectic thing. So these are handmade, hand-signed set of glassware, pottery glassware. It's a set of 6. And again, the one that has the price is back behind. I forgot about looking for the prices. So it's kind of in this light caramel color with white rough polka dots, and then the big florals hand painted on all of them. They're, in my mind, like juice glass size, right? So it's a set of 6 for $16, and just totally unique. I love that. I love finding things that are different, that are unusual, that you're not coming across everywhere. So, that you've got some things in your house that don't look like everybody else's.
Are those cups?
Yeah, they're cups. They're not, right? They're just...
Look like pencil holders.
Yeah, no, it's a set of 6 of them. Well, you could use them for pencil holders, but that's a lot of pencil holders because it comes in a set of 6. But I think of them as juice glasses, right? They're about juice glass size, I think.
Yeah. It could be cups.
Right? But, if you need 6 pencil holders, Angela, they could be pencil holders.
LOL.
You could have pencils in every room of your house.
Are they ceramic?
No, they're pottery. It's like, it's definitely like almost like a redware clay. And they're glazed inside and out. And each of them is signed. And I don't know what it says, but what's when the C has that almost like hanging off the bottom of it.
French.
So maybe it's French, and
It's garçon. The C.
so ACOKE, but the C has that thing hanging off of it that looks like 79. So it looks like maybe it's from 1979. So they're definitely vintage, definitely cool, definitely unique. Okay, I'll go to something totally whimsical because I like that too. And these are salt and pepper shakers, and they are little puppies in teacups. Look at how cute they are. So what's nice about them is that certainly you can tell salt and pepper by the number of holes on the top, but as well, you can tell because they have a different collar and different colored florals. But look at these little guys sitting up in the teacups. So
Who says they're definitely pretty?
So $8 for those little guys. This one I mentioned right at the base has some little chips. You can't see them, like from the side or where they're standing. It doesn't impact it at all. But I did mention there were a couple of little chips down in the base. I came across another egg cobbler. So this is a Royal Worcester from England egg cobbler. This is the single cup size in a pink rose pattern. And just lucky that I'm adding this back in because I sold 2 this week, actually. So 2 single ones left. And I love coddled eggs. So these are, for those unfamiliar, you're just cracking your egg in there. You're adding whatever seasonings or, a little chopped bacon or a little bit of cheese. And then you are using this to lower it into a pot of hot, I'm going to say simmering water as opposed to boiling water. And you just cook it in there. It's almost like individual poaching, right? But coddled. A lot of times too, for real coddled eggs, you put maybe a teaspoon or a tablespoon of cream, and then with the egg in there. I like it with the cream, I must admit. Okay, I have a couple of pairs of mugs. I always think I'm developing a thing about mugs because I always have some new mugs. These ones are beautiful. So these are large 16-ounce mugs. They're from 222 Fifth in, I'm trying to think, Aisha, I think is the name of the pattern. So they've got a slight scalloped top and these lovely florals in the kind of green and gold and blues tones, and perfect condition on these. $12 for the pair, which is cool because they were selling for more than that for one. All right, I'm gonna go to this guy. I had no fairy lights. I had one fairy light which sold, broken shipping. I had no other fairy lights to be able to replace it with for her. And now all of a sudden, for the past 3 weeks, I've had fairy lights. So this is another clear glass fairy light. So you put in your candle in there. It's $14, the same price as the others. This is like a deeply, well, I don't want to say cut crystal because you can see the pressed. So it's like pressed glass. Otherwise, it would be way more than 14. But it's really heavily patterned, which means that at night when it's lit, you're going to see lovely, lovely patterns from it. Well, it's just kind of like cut leaves and things. So
the news side look like a dragonfly. Turn it towards you now.
Yeah, it's the same pattern all the way around. Yeah. Yeah. But so really, really nice. So now there's 3. There's a frosted one in the shop, and then the 2 glass. One's a party light. This one is not, but super cute. I have the price tag on it, a set of 4 of these little leaf dishes, which again, I love little dishes like this. This is perfect if you love things like sushi. This would be great to be able to have for each person for their soy sauce so that they can mix however much of the
Wasabi.
Yeah, wasabi. I was thinking in my head, the pause was because I'm going green stuff. The green stuff, the hot stuff. So however much wasabi that you want. They're also great to put out, when you're doing maybe like a little charcuterie tray and you have maybe different sausages out and you have a couple of different mustards, and they're just really cute to have out on your charcuterie trays if you're having maybe like a tapenade or some red pepper jelly and you need to put them out on the different platters. Gives you a lot of flexibility, so kind of cool for that. Did I say they were $6.50? They're $6.50 for the 4. I can't remember if I said it, so if I'm saying it twice, sorry. I have this little, kind of little mini pitcher, little jug. So it's $6, and it has this really cute scene with some houses and trees all the way around it. It's got a signed on the bottom a picture of a house, but I wasn't able to track down that emblem to know who that was from. So sorry, I did look. It has a bit of that Portuguese look to it, but I just like the cuteness of those trees and the little houses and things. So that's cute, which is, again, I mean, you could do it as a creamer, but you could have it, and I might have called it a creamer, but you could do it like if you were having a little bit of olive oil on the table or a little bit of vinegar or something like that. The other one that I have, which is from Portugal, is this little cutie. So it's hand painted from Portugal. It is signed. It does have the artist name, which I've covered with the price tag, but I think it was Gerardo. And it's got the little bird on the one side. It's like I have to put it in different places for for Facebook and then YouTube. I have the YouTube one angled at a weird spot, so it's not lined up the same. So sorry, awkward. Okay, this next one, I'm selling these little guys as a pair. Oh, there's a price tag on the bottom of this one. So that's not mine. That's from 10,000 Villages from Vietnam for $50. That better have come with something else. I'm selling the two of them for $7.50, and they're just cute little condiment or jam pots. You can see the little holes on the front for the spoons. It's got the little bamboo handle on it, and again, just super cute for your little jams or honey dish, or again, red pepper jelly because I like it. All right, these mugs. These mugs are so super cute. So they are, I'm selling them as a pair. So a pair for $12, and they are little whales. Look at them. So they've got kind of a distressed glazed look to them. My sister actually has this one because her last name is Whale. And she said that she found it somewhere for $18 for the one. This is $12 for the two. And there are no chips, no cracks, no nothing on them. They are perfect condition. And they are, I've got big hands. They are a 2-finger mug, but that tail works great as a little thumb brace. So they're really quite comfortable to hold, actually. But look at how cute they are. All right, so cute little whale mugs. Only dishware, really, only dish today is this one from Now Design. This is $7 for this little rectangular one. It's got the little scallops in a light gray. Could not think of the color gray. And then the contrasting pattern, almost like that open weave lantern pattern, and kind of that bright golden yellow on the inside. So again, for this, in virtually new condition for $7. This guy. So this is a hand blown hummingbird feeder. So it's got the stopper, it's got the feeder. It does have a little hanging hook, and the tags actually come with the recipe for making the sugar water. So, you know, the one thing to always bear in mind with the hummingbirds is that you are just making the sugar water with white sugar, not brown sugar or honey. That actually causes death. I was trying to think of a nicer way of putting that, but it does something to their tongues, I think, and then they can't retract their tongue and they can't eat, something like that. So it comes with all the cards. It is new, and I put the price on the inside on the French, because most of you aren't going to read the French instructions. $12. And these usually, if you're buying it straight from the artisan, which is where this would have come from, they're usually up about $25 to $30. And, oh, I forgot this basket. Another basket, just nice and sturdy. It's got the woven wicker base. It's got the roped top with almost like a raffia rope. I was trying to think of the name, for $9. I did take a close-up pic just to show you that there's just a little chipping here, little break in the wicker there. It in no way inhibits its use or its look, but I like to disclose these things. $9. And the last item, because you know that I love my artwork finds. This is, I just called it a watercolor duo because each of these panels is actually separate. I always take them apart to see if I'm actually seeing them correctly, that they are original, and each piece is signed. So I called it a watercolor duo, but it forms one complete picture. And I think the name was Karen Kelly Finley. The Finley part goes into the dark, so it was a little hard to tell, but I loved that. I loved the look of that. It's got the bulrushes coming up from the bottom, and it's double matted, framed in a good solid professional frame, and it is $30 in the website, on the website. And I think that's it. I think that's everything that's new in the shop right now. I'll add to that as the week goes on, but again, I'll clear those out and start again next week. So it makes it easier for you guys to be able to find just the week of what's new, especially if you're watching this, even on replay, then you still can go and look them up very quickly on the menu bar on the website. And then again, with the category breakdown under the antique vintage found, so much easier to find whatever you're searching for without having to go through 1,300 SKUs. That was crazy. It was not a fun day either.
Took more than a day.
Pardon?
More than a day.
More than a day, but it was the long haul on Sunday where I was there for hours. But it's done now, and it makes much more sense. So hopefully it works better for you guys too. As always, thanks for tuning in, and definitely stay tuned. We'll be working on that and then dragging out another furniture piece. So yay, I get to do more furniture, which is always exciting for me. The last big one was the piano. So I always kind of go in withdrawal. I don't mind doing the projects, but I love doing the furniture. So it always seems more special now when I get a chance to do them, because I just can't keep painting furniture and stacking things up in the front room. It's already too crowded with everything else. So happy Wednesday. If you're looking forward to rain, bless your heart. I hope you get it. I'm looking forward to the rain stopping. My shop floods, so I've got some towels blocking it, and it's always a crapshoot on that one, whether they're enough to keep it from drifting into the shop any further. But hopefully it stops here, because I'm done with the rain now, and I would love for it to go in your direction. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Look forward to seeing you next week. As always, take care.